I was sort of prepared for the journey because through the academy sessions or like every weekly checkups that I was having with my counselors. But still, I think it's understated because you don't know the emotions that you'll be going through. Of course, it was like a roller coaster journey, I would say, full of ups and downs. But I think ultimately, I'm very happy with where I'm going and I am extremely excited to start college. Hi, I'm Kashvi. I went to the Heritage School, Gurgaon, and now I'll be attending the University of Texas at Austin. Throughout, what Athena really helped me with was to make sure it wasn't too overwhelming for me. They made me take it step by step, whether it was starting off with the research paper that I did through the Athena research program or starting off with my Capstone project back in like 10th grade. I think because I started it back in 10th grade, by the time I came in 11th, 12th, I really settled in and understood what it is that I need to do further. Overall, they just really helped me identify core issues instead of looking at the bigger picture all the time, to look at small core issues that I can fix and how they can have benefit on society. I'm majoring in econometrics and quantitative economics. And I think throughout the last 4 years, whether it was my social projects or anything else, it really made me realize that econometrics and economics in general has a lot of far-reaching applications in all the other fields. Like earlier, I would just think about numbers, money, finance. Throughout the experience, I understood that it has so many applications in psychology, society. Because of my project and other things, I really realized that it has a lot more than to do with like just investment banking or finance. To be very honest, I loved the essay writing process. I loved writing the essays. I discovered a lot about myself. Like after a point, it becomes a little tedious, but I think each question and the way that Athena helped me approach the essays was very fun and very different from what you would generally expect essays to be like. I don't think that I was really writing an essay. It was more about telling my own story. And I think that is something that really kept me going, as well as just understanding that I've worked hard for this and this is like just the finish line. I just need to cross that. The few questions, whether it was about why I'm choosing this major, what made me really choose this major, or even just like difficult experiences throughout my life that have shaped me who I am. I think those are the kind of questions that made me reflect back and think back to small little incidents that I generally didn't think about. I think I also learned that I sometimes can be funny. I don't think that necessarily I'm a very funny person, but I think through the essay writing process, I was able to add a few punchlines here and there. I really enjoy storytelling. One of the most significant parts or like one of the most funny moments while writing the essay was it asked me overall to describe me as a person or somebody who has had an impact on my life in the biggest way possible. And of course, when I was ideating, I had a lot of people in mind, a lot of ideas, but I zeroed down on how my younger brother has impacted me the most. The whole essay became a whole combination of laughter and my brother's impact on me and how I have really used laughter as a mechanism to like get through the last 4 years, and also how small little things that I've learned from my brother, and like even when I think about it now, I have really good memories about that essay. That's one essay that I was not writing just for the sake of it, but because I was actually enjoying writing it. My main extracurricular, which was called Invest the Change, which was my capstone project, I think that is what challenged me the most. Whether it was connecting with the people, making them understand what I'm trying to do, breaking that barrier, because a lot of these people are not really aware about monetary matters, and to explain them in terms which is not boring to them or which does not seem like I'm scamming them or something like that, because it's very important to understand that when it comes to money related matters, people are very conservative and they are very guarded with their money. To break that barrier, to develop that trust, to make sure that you're communicating with them in a language that they really understand, I think that was one of the biggest challenges. To also like create and develop the coursework and module in such a way that it's not too accelerated and it really fits their needs. I think one obstacle that I've overcome is standing my ground and confrontation, because if there's a problem that I'm trying to solve and if somebody's like, no, this is too big or you can't solve this, but if I really think that I can solve it and I can stand my ground, I've realized that it doesn't really matter what other people are saying. If you are really like hell-bent on doing something and you research a few options, the solutions are going to come to you. You just have to like dig a little deeper. I think that's one learning that I will take with me for the rest of my life. Athena for me in 3 words would be dynamic, welcoming, and always pushing me to do the best and like pushing me beyond limits that I knew that I had.